Hey kids, the program you're about to listen to contains some adult situations, adult language, themes, and other adult topics. If you're easily offended, this show's not for you. Spunk Lube. Do you need a little more glide in your slide? Well, we've got just the perfect solution for you. It's the lube that we use here at Krazy Kasbh, Spunk Lube. Go on the website, www.spunklube.com, and make sure in the coupon code, you put Kasbh, K-A-S-B-H, for a 10% discount. Okay, you crazy motherfuckers, welcome back to another edition of Crazy Truth. I'm your host with the most. I am Cole, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Amanda.
Hey.
And if she's not a guest tonight, she's actually a co-host. I fucked that up last time. And welcome to episode
26. I don't remember that. That's okay.
Obviously, I don't remember any of this. This is like the first time we've ever done this show. All right, so yeah, obviously the sound guy's saying we already fucked something up. He's making notes. We haven't made a full minute into the show, and he's making notes already. Perfect. So how you doing?
It's your fault.
It's always my fault. 257.
257.
Oh, yeah, that's a question mark.
25.
Yeah, episode 25. Yeah? No, I'm not sure. Not sure at all. But we'll check it out later. All right. So, anyways, hey, so you know how we always start the show?
Uh-huh.
We start with some weird sex news. And I've got some weird sex news.
Which one did you pick?
I picked a school time story.
Okay.
For weird sex news. That's right. So, this year, you know, when you go back to school, most kids, there's like a program, a greeting, then get the kids ready back to school by the staff. Well, in a school in Shenzhen, which is in China, the kindergarten school, it's an international school. When the kids and parents came back to start the school year off, this is kids with the average age of between 3 and 6 years old. They were welcomed back to school with pole dancing. That's right, with pole dancing. The principal had hired exotic pole dancers to come in, and they were dancing on poles, even one out on the flagpole that's flying the Chinese flag. Yeah, and in the auditorium, the whole 9 yards. And so, and here's all these kids just staring at these really hot chicks doing stripper routines.
I thought the principal was.
She also was involved with it as well, was dancing as well. So parents were obviously starting to tweet this immediately, and actually they called the police, in fact, on this.
Nice.
Yeah. And so the school has said there, of course, apologizing all over. When the principal was called by one mother, she got very upset and screamed at the mother that pole dancing is international and a good form of exercise, and immediately hung up the phone. So obviously, we all know what that means, right? The first thing Trump did was he put a tariff on strippers.
Good grief.
Yeah. So that was an easy one. Fuck you all. So you know that's funny. Yeah. So anyway, so there you go. So starting them young, kindergarten.
I guess. It is a good form of exercise.
Yeah,
that's not a lot.
And I'm thinking that how many
Probably
parents?
Not appropriate for 3 to 6.
Well, it depends what their outfits are and the music. I mean, at 3 to 6 years old, you ain't gonna make any money. I'm just saying, you're not, because the 3 to 6 year old little boys are not gonna be good. They're gonna be throwing like nickels at you.
There's nothing that you can do. Well, you can't do much on a pole that isn't erotic.
At 3 to 6, there is. That would not be erotic. And I'm thinking that I have not had a principal in all the years I was in school that was hot enough to want to see you pole dance. Although when I was 13, I might have been more open. I don't know. But yeah, there is a reason for allowance. Boy, kids are going home doing their chores and shit. I need money. Don't go to your mother.
Don't go to your mother. Seriously.
Yeah. So it was going to be either that story or the other one was about the gynecologist that got off on the charges when, as a joke, quote unquote, he dyed a woman's pubes purple.
I thought it was her whole vagina.
Well, it was her whole vagina, but her pubes. And thought it was funny. Yeah. But I chose that one.
Yeah.
This one was way funnier.
He got in trouble.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't get in trouble.
because he
Yeah.
played.
So here's the irony of the world that we live in right there. The principal that brings in the art form of pole dancing gets in serious trouble, and the gynecologist that when someone is in their chair in the safety of the thing gets takes and doesn't get any trouble for dyeing a woman's vajayjay purple. Yeah, tell me that makes sense.
I don't have any hair to color purple.
Well, then hopefully you would notice if someone was spray painting your body.
You would think that you would notice.
Yeah. She worked there, by the way.
She worked there?
Uh-huh, she worked there. Yeah.
Okay, I can see how that could be
it
a
was all kinds
joke.
of fucked up. Yeah. No, it wasn't, because all I couldn't wait was to make sure she went home and had sex that night. And then the next day in front of everybody, told a bunch of people at his work and stuff. It was bad. It was fucked up. Twisted motherfuckers. Luckily, we don't have any twisted people here at the Kasbh studios. Just saying. It's a sound guy even like rolls his eye, getting ready to like walk out. All right, so what we should do is, how about we answer? Are you going to smile?
I have been.
Okay, just checking. All of a sudden you had to just look at me like I'd done something wrong.
No.
Okay, just checking. How about now? No. So, all right. So, how about we answer some questions?
Okay.
That'll be fun. What could possibly go wrong?
Sure.
Yeah.
The
All
dog
right.
making noise.
Yeah. So the first question comes to us. It seems we see a lot of couples that don't play. They're at a lot of events, lifestyle events, just seem to socialize. Why? Why not just get out of the lifestyle? That came to us from Illinois.
Okay.
Okay, from MJ in Illinois. So, number one, when we talk about this all the time, there is no like rules on how you're supposed to what you're supposed to do in the lifestyle. Okay,
No.
so everybody needs to keep in mind that you can't put a requirement on how do you take and what's your king? How is a lifestyle for you? Right? So what I mean by that, some people are voyeurs. Mm-hmm. That's what they want to do. They don't want to fuck. They don't want to touch anybody else. All they want to do is they want to either be naked or just have sex with their own partner, but in public. Mm-hmm. Right? Some people are just, I don't know what the official term is. I'm going to call them watchers.
Okay.
Some people are just watchers. They're just going to sit there and they just want to watch, or they get off on the charged atmosphere. So, number one, you can't necessarily judge based upon like.
Just because you go to a club, how do you know they don't play?
Well, and that's not the point. You don't know for sure. You don't see them play, but we know people that. Here's the deal: they fuck like rabbits, but they don't fuck at a club. Mm-hmm. They'll hook up with individuals or couples in a hotel or at their house at a house party. They like to go to the club for the social aspect of it, but they won't fuck at a club. They don't feel comfortable with that. So you don't really know. But my thing is
there is the rumor mill, though.
What rumor? Wait, what?
Well, everybody spreads rumors like
No,
wildfire. Yo,
What?
You know that. Come on.
I have never heard a single rumor in the lifestyle ever. What kind of rumors? Are there
There's
rumors
gossip?
about us?
Wait, what?
There's the rumors about us.
Probably.
Are you sure?
No, but there probably is.
If you've heard
just
rumors
saying.
about us, will you please let us know? 'Cause
Yeah, I
we
wanna
really
hear.
want to know what people are saying about us.
Yeah, just for fun.
Well, I got a hold of MJ, and the thing was, the couple was an older couple,
Okay.
and so they were younger. So by younger, what I was able to figure out is they were like under 40, and the other couple was older. So okay, here's the deal: when you're in your 30s, like 50 seems old. When you're our age, 50's fucking young as shit. Okay, just throwing
I
that
haven't
out
gotten
there.
there yet.
Well, we haven't got there, but I'm not going to call anybody that's 50 something old. I'm going to say you're in the prime of your fucking life. I can't wait to get there, and I'm still an adolescent. So,
Yes, you are.
so the thing is that okay. So based upon that alone, it's like okay. Well, part of the thing with the lifestyle is some people maybe they don't play as often, but if you, as a general, in all of our years in lifestyle, the one thing we found consistently is that a lot of people in the lifestyle, once you start hanging out in the lifestyle a lot, lifestyle people tend to be more fun. Mm-hmm. It's goddamn hard to go have as much fun on a Friday or Saturday night. Take the fucking out of it, just for a second.
Okay.
Take your dick out of it for a minute. And and take your tongue out, whatever, and just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's hard to hang out with vanilla people and have as much fun because here's the deal: you have spent however often you go out with your lifestyle friends, you have no fucking you don't have to have any filters. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the thing is you can crack a joke about your friend's wife's nipple, or they can, you can crack a joke because you're friends and it's a lifestyle. You don't have any of those restrictions. Whereas you go back with your vanilla friends, it's more of a,
You have to watch what you say.
You got to watch what you say and watch what you do. I mean, yeah, you always have to be conscious of where you're at in terms of not being loud. But the reality is I can sit at a bar and I can make a joke and touch your cooter without anybody else knowing. If we were good enough friends and we wanted to do it, you could do that. That's what makes a lifestyle thing fun. Mm-hmm. And hanging out with lifestyle people, you can slap butts, crack jokes, all those things. So then to go to vanilla people, it's not very fucking comfortable.
No.
And you're around people that then all of a sudden are super uptight. You're not used to that. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people that will go in the lifestyle. They'll continue to go to lifestyle events because they dig the fucking people. And they dig the atmosphere of it. Mm-hmm. And let's face it, here's the deal. I don't care how old you are, unless you've just lost all zest for sex. It's, somebody's whipping a tit. All the shit you see at the club. Somebody's whipping a tit, somebody's getting a blowjob, somebody's whatever the case may be. It's not as big a deal as it was when you first got into it.
No.
Because everybody remembers the first time you saw it. You're just like, oh my God, look at that. Look at those tits. Oh my God, she's sucking his dick. Wow. It's not like that anymore. But it's still like, oh, hey, wow, but she's gobbling the shit out of that knob. Go, 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 go. Or, like the one friend of ours, like, he was getting his dick sucked for like an hour and a half. And it was like, you're a fucking boss. You have not shot your load yet. And he's like, she's really good. And you have not shot your load. That's impressive. So you still see that kind of stuff. That's what makes it fun. Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing is, you youngins, us old people, sometimes we like to get out of the home every once in a while. Maybe. So the thing is, we can go to a lifestyle event. Like, okay, so we live in a town with a college in it. Mm-hmm. Like 4 colleges in it, actually. Going to the bars in our town suck ass. Because here's what you've got. You've got a bunch of young, dumb guys that are all full of piss and vinegar and want to be fucking tough and all this crap. You've got a bunch of fucking college girls that are white girl wasted roaming around. The drinks are overpriced. They're weak. And it's just shit. Well, here's the deal. I did my years of getting in bar fights and shit. And my patience for a 20-something that's going to come up and talk shit, it ain't there anymore. And I will throw down with any 20-year-old anytime, any place. Don't fucking care. But I don't have the tolerance for that. You know what? Lighten up. It's not that big a deal. So for us, we'd much rather go to a place where everybody's cool. We don't need the testosterone zone happening anymore. Where they look at, because let's face it, the guys will look at you because you're a MILF. Well, you are. Some people might think you're a GILF. You make that face like that's a bad fucking thing. Shut up. We hang out with you.
I have kids that are old enough to have kids.
That's right. So
they don't.
The thing is, but I'm not gonna have any. I gotta find somebody that's got some really serious daddy issues for me to like convert a vanilla at a college bar into a fuck. I mean, you got it. And here's the deal. I don't have enough money for that. Okay. The reality of it is, you have to
find the dive bars.
I got to find, you find me a dive bar. Now we got a chance. We can make all kinds of magic happen there, but it just is what it is. So people like to get out and get away. But I do think the biggest thing is don't judge. Don't judge, because what people do on their own time, you have no fucking, no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have one person that said, don't kiss and tell. So there's couples out there that don't tell what they do.
That's exactly it.
I haven't met a whole lot of people that did. They might say, well, it's been like a month since I hooked up with somebody.
That ain't even a
okay.
Yeah, don't even look at me. That ain't tip of the iceberg.
And then a lot of people don't announce
when
they do.
That's just it. And depending on some clubs are not set up as so you can easily slip out the back jack type thing. It's more obvious that you're gonna go fuck. And then sometimes people get stupid, like, we're going to go fuck. Hey, we're going to go fuck. And we yell that kind of shit.
Well, there's one club that you could sneak down in the basement and no one was, it might have been a couple of people that might have taken notice, but a lot of people didn't notice. Then there's one club where right by the front door is a playroom and you just go, I don't want to announce that I'm going to go in there and play with somebody, so I'm not playing there.
And it's not necessarily that you're ashamed of who you're going to go play with.
No, it's just they don't need to know your business.
If you've been drinking, you don't want everybody to know that you're on your seventh guy.
Yeah, like that's ever happened.
I'm having a gangbang, one person at a time. Thanks. No, but seriously, you don't want people to.
Oh my God, she was just in there with one guy. Now she's in there with another one.
People are outside keeping score, ringing a bell every time you come out. Ding, next, ding. But people don't want that. And here's the other thing: sometimes who you fuck can create drama.
Yeah,
because there's jealousy. It is what it is, and all of a sudden, well, why did they fuck them and they didn't fuck me? Mm-hmm. And so it can create jealousy, or even worse, at a club, and we've seen this happen before, somebody really wants to hook up with person B, so they think they can just head on in there. Because most of the playrooms are designed so people can kind of see or whatever, and then all of a sudden, you have this awkward situation going, I didn't want to fuck you, I wanted to fuck them.
Well, and then take comfort into Q here. Because, okay, how many clubs have you been to where it's like, okay, that's not really comfortable, or how are you supposed to have sex on that?
Yeah.
When you can go to a bed.
Yeah, well, and the sex clubs do a great job of taking and having cool, unique furniture and stuff like that up to fuck in, right? But they wanted to take in. Here's the deal: the cool sex swing and the cool sex furniture is awesome for 2 minutes. But then when you really want to get onto it, some of us are old. We don't want to have to be contortionists. That's okay. So we had one of our live viewers said that talked about how they thanked their host, because they're part of our Crazy Kasbh group, and they thanked their host for a great time on the Crazy Kasbh group. Yeah, that's completely appropriate because that wasn't kissing and telling because you didn't mention anybody's name. Mm-hmm. You were just putting it out there. Hey, I had a great time and you had a great experience. That's totally a different ball game.
Right.
But no, I think comfort's a huge thing because ultimately, man, as much as...
If you have permission from somebody else to say, hey, can I say that I had sex with you?
Can I tell people we fucked? Please? Well, but...
then they can do that, but... Here's
the thing with all the kinky shit, because every place tries to have it. This goes back to comfort. The kinky shit is awesome but a short time. Life is not a porn. Even, swingers, swinger porn and real life swinging. Totally different thing. You know what? You don't want me to do that. You don't want to do the fucking sledgehammer pose, and you don't want to do fucking where you're on your head and contorted backwards for the 45 minutes. I mean, really, people still just want to fuck so it feels good. Mm-hmm. Not the best camera angles. I mean, unless you're getting paid to do so, So there reaches a point where, sometimes going back to the hotel or going back to a house is more fun. Plus, if you go to the club, we like to fucking fuck long. Mm-hmm. So when we go back to a hotel, we're going to be there a while. You can't nobody wants you hogging the rooms.
Very
so
true.
they're knocking over. It's like going to the bathroom and taking a shit. It's like, come on. Other people need to use this. Let's go.
Really good analogy. God.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, but it's just such a shitty analogy.
And you know what though? Good thing we said shitty, and that could be a fetish. There
are some out there. I'm not going there.
Are you sure?
I was just proud of me to be able to come up with that.
I know. You go look at you, a couple 25 episodes in, and you're just all over this shit. You are like a boss now.
Shut up.
You don't even fucking need me on this anymore.
Whatever.
You don't. I don't know.
Whatever.
You never do a golden shower? What would you think if you walked into a playroom at a club and off the side was a shower?
Like just a regular shower? Yeah, or someone's getting a golden shower?
Like just a regular shower. It would obviously be set up to get a golden shower in. Not king shaming, because some people are into it. If you like to be pissed on, rock on, that's good for you. Send your hate mail to me. I don't give a fuck. That's just not us. What would you think, though?
What I would think is that they're trying... No. Sound guy says cleanliness.
As long as the drain's there, it's all good.
But I think if someone had that in a playroom, I would think, okay, that's somebody's fantasy to have sex in a shower.
I would think I was in the wrong playroom. I would think they're theme ones, and I obviously stepped in the wrong one. Where's the Disney room?
Really?
Oh, shit. I mean, that theme park with the fucking rodent. There we go. We're going to get sued yet by them.
Beat that crap out.
No, beat that crap out. Don't tell him to do that. Not why we're doing the show. Don't beat anything out while we're doing the show.
No, beep.
Oh, beat. I said beat it out. I'm like, I don't think jacking off is really going to help in this situation. I don't fucking know.
I'm not going there.
Really?
Yep.
That's a first time.
Oh, shut up.
Sure it is. What you do? You know what would really be interesting? You don't see this very much. No, perfect. You don't see this very much.
What's that?
I've never seen it. I'm sure it happens. Well, I know they make rules because they make rules at some clubs saying you cannot jack off. You have to go to a playroom if you want to jack off because they don't want ideally single guys or females just like watching the show, randomly walking up down the hallways, squirting everywhere.
I think it would be more on DNA samples all over the floor and furniture.
Probably. But I mean, I've never seen it, but it obviously is something that happens. I can't imagine paying to get into a club and jacking off. Well, I mean, seriously, because at this point in time, here's the thing. I mean, granted, I'm going to try all night to try to get laid. If that doesn't work, I can wait to get to the hotel. I mean, my memory is good enough that I'm going to remember anything I saw that was hot enough to give me a boner.
Unless he's hoping to get in. I don't know.
Well, quite possibly. Yeah, that's it too. I can barely work without jacking off. Hey, shut up. You know what? I do this full time. This is all my job. My 18 hours a day is about sex. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, that's awesome. I do sit at the command center often and touch myself. What does that look for?
Do you really?
No, actually, I don't. No.
You're a dork.
No, I don't. I couldn't get anything done if I was doing that. Think of how many conversations I have at one time going at the command center. Do you really think that I have time that I can jack off and function?
Have you ever sat at the table and jacked off?
It's not a table. It's a command center.
Your command center, whatever. It's a desk.
Was it during work hours or after work hours?
Do you have work hours?
I do, somewhat. It was what I was going to call officially the end of my shift. I was about 18 hours into it. Well, it was when you were gone, and it was like 18 hours into it. And then I was looking at looking for topics for the fucking show. I seriously was, and then I drifted from sex news stuff to Pornhub. I don't really know how it came up on a search thing. I'm like, well, I got a second or two. It was like 3 a.m, and I'm like, you're gone. The dogs are asleep, but good. So I'm like, well, and I didn't really want to have to go all the way to the bedroom. So I'm just like, yeah, they cleaned it right up. It was awesome. It's kind of weird because I had to clean all kinds of shit. I shot like a boss. So I was like, and then I was tired.
Oh my God.
Well, then I was tired, and I don't have a cleaning crew to come in and clean the Kasbh studio, so I had to clean it up. I didn't want to wait till the next day because, thank God I hadn't been drinking. Because if I had been drinking, I'd have forgot about it the next day. Like, why is everything so fucking sticky? What in the flying fuck?
Oh my God.
But it was not. Dork. It was officially what I dubbed after work. Because then I didn't work anymore after that. I was like, well, I guess I'm done. Might as well call her a night now. At this point, what? Nobody responded to the hall pass. You'd put that I had a hall pass out there. Mm-hmm. Nobody responded. So see what happens when I have no adult supervision and I have hall pass and don't use it. The next thing you know, I'm beating off at the command center. God. Better than you looked when you found out I jacked off in the car in a commute one time. That's funny.
When it was snowing.
When it was snowing. Every guy does that. It was gonna be a 2-hour ride home. What the fuck do you want from me? I was horny. It was cold. I was almost out of cigarettes. I had to have something to do with some time. So
oh my God.
So
this will keep me awake.
Well, it did. I didn't go in the ditch.
Luckily.
Well, yeah, because that would have been awkward. I need a tow truck and a Kleenex.
Hopefully you clean that up.
What is that?
Tow truck got
what is dripping off this? That's like a frozen, like a stalagmite. What? No, that just got me. It's okay. It's all good. No worries.
Oh my gosh.
How did this go from why people just go to talk at a club? How do we end up at this kind of shit?
Because we get butterflied. It's all good.
It's not. Well, it's partly because the sound guy's using some of the riding the board and he has to keep shaking. So every time we look over, it looks like he's jacking off over there. You were the one that directed us this way. Do you have something you want to talk about with masturbation?
No.
Are you sure? Well, you've got batteries. I hear them.
Well, duh.
A lot. You know what is exciting? I'm just going to throw this. It has nothing to do with a fucking thing we're talking about. Don't even care. You know, the holiday season is great because they run specials on batteries. And, you know, since we've gotten a lifestyle now.
Who uses batteries anymore?
Well, you used to because you used to I can remember piling the store looking for the big pack of batteries.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't look at a single woman between the ages of 20 and 80 when they're buying batteries the same. Oh, we're getting these for the kids as toys. Bull fucking shit. You're getting them for the kids as toys. When you're shopping around and you're looking at which one's the longest lasting with the biggest pack, and you're getting like 100 pack of like AAAs, my dying ass, it's for a kid's toy. Because no parent wants a kid's toy to last that long.
How many times did I buy kids batteries for kids as toys before I even had one?
You did. And then after you had one, then you started stealing the batteries out of the kids as toys.
No, they didn't have battery-operated toys by then.
Yes, they did. They had remote controls, and I do remember you needing a battery one time and me pulling one out of their remote control while they were at school.
I don't remember this.
Yep. Because I couldn't find the TV remote. You're like, and could you hear the, and you're like,
sucks.
Son of a bitch. You're like, find me a battery. I couldn't find the TV remote, so one of them had like a gaming system. I'm sure I can't say the kind, and took a battery out of it. And switched in. And because later that night when they came in to play games, we're like, fuck, do we have any batteries? Batteries almost dead in that. No, check your mom's drawer. Yeah, just, you know, little stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to have whole shows as the holidays get closer on Christmas, swinging Christmases. And Christmas, how to have your adult Christmas and stuff. That's going to be awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so I'm going to take a break. Let's take a break. Let's, the sound guy's like, we're doing what? What the fuck are we doing? We're going to take a break. We're going to talk about our second half. Put that on. What are you doing? Where are you fucking going? I didn't say we're actually officially on break yet.
Asshole.
Holy fucking shit. My co-host is like, I'm gone. Got to get the fuck out of here. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. Let's say a big welcome to our second half sponsors, shall we? Krazy Winter Nights. Are you ready to get dressed up, look sharp, feel sexy, and party with 600 of your closest friends? Is there any better way to start off 2019? No, there's not. Krazy Winter Nights. Contact us today at krazy.kasbh@gmail.com to sign up. Be a part of our award show, our speed meet and greet, the largest former hotel takeover of the year. Krazy Winter Nights. All right, we're back. You guys need to get back. Huge yawn. That's perfect.
I did it off camera, damn it.
Amanda's ready to fall asleep. Awesome. Okay, so we're ready to go on to the next question?
Yes.
You're like, hell yes, for the love of Christ. All right, so this question comes to us from Ohio. We started in the lifestyle and had great success. Now we can't seem to hook up to save our lives. What are we doing wrong? And I'm just like, okay. This actually is from a couple. This is from Linda and Bill in Ohio. I kind of have to laugh. I have to laugh at that. Yeah. Yeah. What they're doing wrong is you're hosting a podcast. Don't host a podcast and don't throw big parties. No. The great, dreaded dry spell. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have said this before. The thing with the lifestyle is it goes in spurts.
Yep.
Are you with me there? Are you following along? What are you doing?
I was reading.
Okay. Great. I'll just have this conversation with myself here. So it goes in spurts. So it's not necessarily what you're doing wrong. Mm-hmm. You're not really actually, most of the time, the only thing you're probably doing wrong is your expectations. You reach a level. We went through it when we were new. We went through dry spells. And you have this expectation, okay, I went through dry spells. And you have this expectation of like every weekend.
Early on,
yeah, well, I don't know. You gave this look like maybe it wasn't we. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just following. So the thing is we had all the success. And what you start to anticipate, you start to expect that's going to continue. Don't you? So you're kind of shocked when it doesn't.
Maybe for you.
Well, I mean...
Well, no, for me, it wasn't an expectation. It was, you go to a certain club and you see the ones that you want to hook up with. You've hooked up with them. Some of them it took longer to hook up.
So what you're saying is we just ran out of meat.
Well, I mean, if you're talking new and not like repeat business.
Yep, coming around round 2, it is what it is. No, but I mean...
Because we would have like 3 weeks of hookups and then like 3 months of nothing.
Yeah. It's not something that you're doing. Usually, the only thing that you're doing, though, is you're like, you want it, and so you may be a little like, you get yourself like over disappointed when it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. You stop just going with the flow. That's really the big thing. You really stop just going with the flow of the whole process and let it be natural. And you can start. It's like selling a car, for example. I wonder why I use that example. Yeah. Anyway, so it's like selling a car. All of a sudden, you're trying too hard. Mm-hmm. Instead of just getting to know people and just talking and having a good time, you start to get aggressive. You start to get not desperate, but kind of.
You start to look at other people, yes.
Yeah, you start to look.
Because you're trying.
You start to look at desperate, and you go away from just being who you are. And when you're new, you don't know any better. Mm-hmm. So you're just being you, and everything's just naturally happen. And the worst thing you can do is try to force it, or try to end up hooking up with somebody that you wouldn't normally hook up with just to break the dry spell. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is nothing but bad. Nothing but bad. If you just take to hook up with somebody just to hook up with them for sex sake, it's not going to go real well. You're not going to have a good time doing it, and it's still going to continue on. You just have to know that it comes and goes though. So everybody goes through this. Everybody's going to go through a time where it's like, oh my God, you couldn't get laid for nothing. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, if you let it get all fucking JoJo the circus monkey in your head, then you're going to go to a big party or somewhere where you should get laid, and you won't be able to. Mm-hmm. Plus, if you start to look desperate and everything like that, you won't get the invites to house parties.
No.
You won't get invites to places. You won't get, no one's going to, you're not a lot of fun. You're just like a walking hormone.
Well, and then you start getting pushy and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the whole thing is that you start to take and you start to, you just go away from being you. And when you go away from being you, you're not having any fun. Then going to the club isn't even any fun. Mm-mm. That's where it really starts to suck because
it's going in with expectations and you shouldn't.
Yeah, you can't. Everybody does it though. Mm-hmm. We did it when we were new. Mm-hmm. And there does reach a point when you're in a drought that it's like, oh my God, what the hell? Mm-hmm. I mean, sit back. Maybe you've been too public with some of your previous hookups.
That could be.
Okay, so let's talk about new people. Let's talk about new people in the lifestyle. People get in the lifestyle. A lot of people just going to dip their toes in it, right? Mm-hmm. We're just going to sample it a little bit. And all of a sudden, then they get a taste of it. Finger looking good. So they get a taste of it, and they just go batshit crazy. They're just like, I need dick and pussy. And they start fucking everything in sight. Everything in sight. We have seen this happen. We have seen people that literally were new in the lifestyle, had been in the lifestyle maybe 90 days or less. They literally had appointments. They were not even calling it hookups. They had appointments. Mm-hmm. They had as many as 8 or 9 appointments a week. Mm-hmm. Because when we met them, they took, and we were talking with them, when they were leaving the town that we live in, they had 3 places that they were going to stop on a Sunday on the way back home to fuck. 3. And they stopped at all 3 of those. Mm-hmm. And guess what happened? Guess what got found out later on? They weren't doing anything safe at all. And then comes the mighty STD. Mm-hmm. And not the get rid of with the pill kind. either game. And that's when the herpaderp showed up. So, but they were, I mean, what it is they got so wrapped up. And we've seen that before. We've seen that with a ton of people. It is exciting. When you finally do it for the first time and you have your first good experience, you want more.
But take your time. Have fun.
Well, but we were just as guilty. Not to that extreme.
I was gonna say
we never had appointments set.
No,
not for lack of wanting to, but no, we never had appointments set. But I mean, you do get excited, and you're like, I want more, I want more, I want more. It's kind of like when you have sex for the first time. You're like, okay, well, this is pretty awesome. You want more of it, so you start,
Unless we were at a house party, though, we didn't hook up with multiple people in one night.
No.
I mean, at a house party, yeah, okay, it happens.
Yes, at a house party because that was
but
designed.
Not just.
No, but we went several weekends in a row where we hooked up with people. When we were
a couple, yes.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a couple, but we went from having just been having sex with us to being active in the lifestyle. And it's like, holy shit.
But when we decided to get in the lifestyle, how long was it before we hooked up with somebody?
When you gave me permission, bullshit.
Okay,
when you gave me permission, it was really 1 week. 1 week, less than 7 days. After that, it was a little while. It was a little, because we didn't know where to go. We were still finding, okay, we'd had an experience, and then we were trying to find
and it wasn't a good one.
And then we're trying to find how do you meet local people and whatever. Then when we started finding local people, we were pretty open because you didn't know you could say no. If people invited you back, you're like, well, okay, let's see what happens, and you went with there, So, and you ended up hooking up with some people. But I think what happens is, you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep in mind when you're like super stoked and you're fucking everything inside, and that's great. Whatever works for you, no shaming involved. But people are noticing that. Mm-hmm. People are noticing that if every single weekend, every Friday night, every Saturday night, you're out with somebody else, and then if you're at all talking about it, bragging about it, whatever, it doesn't, even in the lifestyle, it's not necessarily like, okay, we all know that sluts are good in the lifestyle, whores are bad, right? So, but there can be over-the-top slutty. Mm-hmm. And so at that point in time, it's like, that doesn't necessarily bode well. So for people that are more experienced in the lifestyle, we're going to look at that and go, come talk to us when the newness wears off.
There was one time I was having a conversation with a single female, and she goes, it's just been so long. And I'm like, how many different guys have you had sex with since you started in the lifestyle? She said X number. And I'm like,
it was a large number.
No, it wasn't. It was in the teens, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, and I said, and how long have you been doing this? Well, like 3 years. And I said, we've had that many in like 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, whoa. I'm like, you're getting around.
Singles have it easier. And that isn't even bad. I mean, we've seen people that have blown that out of the water in like no time flat. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like.
But don't brag about it.
No, that's part of why you need to keep some of that shit to yourself. So if you're new and all of a sudden you're in a huge drought.
And don't make it obvious either.
Well, that becomes a challenge in a lot of the communities that, like where we're from, we're a metro area, but we're not like a massive, we're not like a metropolis. So, you're in a small area, everybody kind of knows. Yeah. I mean, it's not like a small town where it's like, hey, great news, we made the paper for fucking the neighbors again. Yay. But I mean, people know. So, in these cities like in New York or LA or places like that, it's a different ballgame a little bit. But you might look at that, how are you handling that part of it? If all of a sudden, like, everybody was really nice to you, now people are kind of like, distancing themselves from you. You might look at someone like, how are you handling your success stories in the lifestyle? Mm-hmm. That'd be a great way to put that. Success stories. Okay. Wow. A personal story.
Do we have a personal story?
Do we have a personal story when it's been a while? I don't know. What's the longest we ever went? I don't know.
Probably the current trend.
Okay, the current, yes. Well, it depends how you look at it. Okay, because Well, that's the other part.
True.
We're unique, right? Because if you look at how long it's been.
We're not that unique, but okay.
I think we're damn unique.
Okay.
Don't take away our specialness.
Okay.
Our stars shine bright.
That's what you were gonna say, and it came out. Okay, that's great.
That's fucking cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
No, we're unique in that some couples only play as a couple, some couples only play alone. We play both.
We've ventured that way.
We've ventured that way.
We didn't start off that way.
Right. So, if you look at how long it's been since we played together as a couple?
Long time.
Been a while. It's been a long time since we played. Do you count a threesome? Well, yeah, you have to because that was as a couple. We were both
okay.
there.
If we were a couple playing with another couple.
Yeah, couple on couple. It's just like fight night. Fight. Well, the first rule of Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. But if you talk about couple on couple.
When was that?
It's been well over a year as a couple since we've hooked up with another couple. Just couple to couple.
I'm like trying to remember and I can't even remember.
It's been a year this month since we hooked up with, we had a threesome where we were both there and another person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it hasn't been. Okay, so that's the other twist with us. We have another unique twist. We have like a consistent playmate also.
Yeah.
Which we don't count that person in the numbers.
No, we don't.
But
not really.
Not really. That's different. It's like poly, but it's not. So okay, but the last time we had like a different person threesome, it's been a year. For you, we know that this person is listening. You know you're special to us. Just go with that. But it's been a year since. It's been a year. Well, it's kind of.
I think it's been closer to 2 since we've played as a couple with another couple.
It has been closer to 2 since we played as a couple with another couple. Yes, it's been almost 2 years. And
it'll be 3 years since I played with the one male of one half, and I don't think we've
3 years on that one
or 2.
2 years on that one.
Oh,
2.
We sure about that?
Yeah, it's been a year. Okay, it's been a year since we had a male and a threesome. It's been a year this month.
Has it really?
Yep, it sure has. Yep, sure has.
So there's gonna be some.
We got some
people.
Here's the deal: we're horny as fuck. So somebody help us out for the love of God. No, but it has been. I'll bet you it's been 2. It has been. Yeah, it has actually been. Not quite 2 years. It's been a year and a half since we hooked up with another couple as a couple, and that night didn't end well for you. It didn't end well for me either. But that so.
Oh, you're talking. I'm like going.
That
Who
was
the hell are you talking about?
But the thing is even though it's been a year, year and a half since we've hooked up as a couple, and we still like doing that.
Well, we've hooked up with singles, so it's all good.
And we've had singles as well, but even that's been not as consistent. Whatever. The thing is, we still have fun in the lifestyle. What you learn is in the lifestyle, how often you fuck doesn't equate to how much fun you have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're the only way you have fun in the lifestyle is by fucking, you're in the wrong lifestyle. It's not going to work. It just doesn't work. That will not denote how much fun you can really have. You have to take and look at the broader picture. Mm-hmm. And we're not ones that date. We do not fucking date.
No.
Okay? We don't believe in fucking dating. And we're not one that necessarily, we're those people. We will play on the first date. The first meeting. The first meeting, we will do that. We don't give a fuck. But if we become friends after the fact, great. And if you're open-minded, you can have a lot of really, really good friends all the way through. All right, hold on. I'm reading now.
You may hold it further back.
Shut your fucking mouth. If moving to a new place, far from where you lived, best way to find swingers? That's a great question. Okay, so again, for those of you who don't know, we have a huge live audience that listens to us on our huge secret swinger page, which you can become a part of. We'll tell you how at the end of the show. The question was, if you move to a new place, how do you meet swingers? Well, one is groups and clubs like ours, like our Crazy Kasbh page, because we have 2,540 members from 48 states. So we have members from all over. So that's a great place to get to meet new people.
Websites.
There's a couple different, like swingtowns.com is a great one. SLS is a great one to meet people from
There's
a wide
whole
range.
bunch of them out there.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you're active in the lifestyle and before you move and you're getting ready to move, I mean, obviously you probably shouldn't base moving on who has the best swinger population, but if you do some research, put some feelers out there because everybody knows somebody from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And can tell you the clubs, and you can actually do a lot of research online about clubs and places to go to meet people. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that, look, don't worry about how the club is rated. When you just want to go in to meet people, you don't necessarily have to worry about it.
We've known people that go into a toy store.
Adult toy stores.
Yes, adult toy stores to meet people.
I want a bicycle and a dildo. What?
One of the first legitimate couples that we hooked up with met another couple at an adult toy store.
Right, an adult
and
movie
brought
theaters.
them back with it.
Yeah.
So it ended up being 3 couples instead of just 2.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, find places swingers hang out. Usually, if you can find booze, music, and divey hotels somewhere in the near vicinity, you'll probably find a fucking swinger somewhere hanging out.
Really?
That's funny shit. That's gonna get me some hate mail.
Yeah,
Send
probably.
all your hate mail too. Yeah, but I mean that's just watch. Reddit's a great place to look at to find stuff, and just ask. Mm-hmm. But don't be afraid to go check out some new clubs. Even some people are gonna have like good reviews, or you maybe won't find reviews. Look, spend some money, go in. Get a feel. The odds are, I don't think we've ever went anywhere where we haven't met at least one person or one couple that was cool. We may not want to hook up with them. It may not like, ooh, let's go fuck. But they were really nice people. Mm-hmm. And that once you find a couple of nice people, then the world becomes your buffet.
We'll sit at a club and you'll go, they're a swinger.
Oh yeah, at vanilla
They're
bars.
A swinger.
Oh yeah,
they are. Look at them.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell can you tell?
You can spot that shit a mile the fuck away.
Besides the fact that they're looking at certain web pages and what they look
number
like.
Number one, watch their phone. You sit in a vanilla bar or a bar that you've heard rumors or swingers at. Watch their phone. Walk by them. Look what they're looking at on their phone because they're looking at a swingers page, looking to see if they recognize anybody. Watch how the guy and the man and the woman interact as people walk by. If a hot chick walks by and the guy starts fucking thumping the girl's arm, or vice versa, they're pretty good chance they're swingers.
How about strip clubs?
Strip clubs are a great place to make swingers. You can make a swinger. It's like Build-A-Bear, but for sex. You just make a swing. Now we're gonna get sued by Build-A-Bear too. Neat. So
you are such a dork.
Yes, strip clubs are an awesome place. Obviously, the bachelorette party probably isn't necessarily swingers, but the couple where she's just decided to get a dollar bill up there.
Yeah,
that's a good place to just break.
If she's sitting there going,
yeah, I might go ahead and venture out and start a conversation with that. Mm-hmm. And look, there's some nationwide strip clubs that are nicer clubs. Mm-hmm. I got to take you to some clubs down in Houston. Some of the adult clubs down there are fucking wow. 7 stages. Oh shit. Nummy. So that just saying. Or go to hedonism. Go to one of the big resorts. Just take a vacation there and put out on their stuff that you're moving and you need to find swingers. I took a vacation specifically to track down swingers in my new area.
It can be done.
I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
You find them just like when you got started.
Yeah.
Oh, it choked him up and everything.
Yeah, there you go. Since we have figured out that the horniest profession, without a doubt, out there is medical. Yeah. Okay, so this is totally off that question, but this is so true. I just had to bring this up. The horniest profession ever is medical. Mm-hmm. Now, I know this because, we're getting ready to do our Crazy Winter Nights party. Mm-hmm. That's one of our sponsors of the show. Anywho, so we're getting ready to do that. And of course, we do a medical room. So if somebody gets too drunk or whatever, the place is sick, whatever the case may be. So I put out on our page asking for RNs and nurses and whatever that would be willing to work that booth. Seriously, over 80 responses. I had people all the way from a receptionist at a nursing home all the way up to police and fire chiefs, EMTs, Army medics, RNs, DONs, all offering to volunteer, which is very, very super cool of everybody. Just let me put that out there. But I now completely and totally understand why every soap opera in the 70s, part of it, there was like the fashion industry and a hospital. Those motherfuckers are horny. Horny as hell. So, okay, I'm going to tell you a little personal story about horny nurses. I actually got lots of nurses stories. I could use, a lot of them are on our page. And played doctor with them, No, okay, so I had a family member that was in the hospital for an extended period of time. And so you got to know the nursing staff, right? So, and great staff, great nurse. And they were all, there was a group of about 5 of them. 2 guys and 3 gals, young, fit, sexy girls, whatever. And so I went up to visit this person in the hospital, and they were all bummed out because, well, you know, and they rattle off the names, they're all going on vacation. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, they were all conveniently going to some Caribbean island together. I'm like, fuck yeah, they are swingers. And this person's like, isn't it so nice to go on vacation with your people you work with? I'm like, if you only had a fucking clue what the hell. If you knew how much their weekends were, what they were doing, yeah. There's no way. Because they were all going to an island that, conveniently enough, is the same island that Hito's on. Weird. I'm sure that was just merely a coincidence. 3 like, you know, or 5 like 30-somethings going, yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, I should have studied harder. I'm telling you what, man, they're everywhere.
So now you'll never look at nurses the same way.
I don't. Anytime I go in, I'm like, you know, if I ever have to have a catheter, I'm gonna get a boner, because I'm gonna guess that odds are pretty good that chick's probably a swinger, and she's gonna know how to handle my cock like a boss.
Oh, good grief!
You cannot tell me we have not been in the hospital that you haven't also looked for black rings.
No.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
I looked at asses.
Okay, touche.
And there was one male nurse. I was like, oh.
I told you to go hit on him too.
I'd do that. When we went to the big hospital up north, and we're standing there waiting for the elevator, and I'm like, he's hot.
And I told you to go hit on him.
And he was a surgeon.
Yeah, and probably odds are.
And then he comes in later, and we're like, yeah, hey.
You think you've had good knife play? Have knife play with a surgeon and see what happens.
Really?
Woo! That's going to be the shit and a half. I'm telling you what, I can't even. Here's what's really funny is I know other nurses and on the vanilla side of our life, anyways, that they say they don't know any swingers. I'm like, you might not know them. You go to work with about 95% of the people you work with are sucking somebody else's dick on the weekend. I guarantee it. I just want to go to one fucking hospital Christmas party.
Oh, geez.
Sweet mother of Christ. You know what? So you kick out the 10 people that are vanillas, and just it'd be like a fucking hotel party. It'd be like a hotel takeover. We could have a hospital takeover. Oh, think about that. Think about this. Okay, just ponder if you will. Nurses, if you're listening right now, here's a great opportunity. You wouldn't have the cost of a hotel room. We just fill the floors that are empty. We can move some of the patients to other floors. It'll be all good, right? All those rooms. We'll have a little music because it's pretty soundproof because you can't hear stuff through the hospital floors. So you got the DJ, boof, 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 boof. You got that thumping, you know, we'll close the shades up there and fucking hey. Think about that for just a minute. Somebody right now is going, that motherfucker's a genius. You watch, and a year from now, we're going to be reading, it won't be me, but we're reading about the first fucking hospital swinger takeover, and the top 5 floors were nothing but a giant fuck fest.
Like you're ever going to have a hospital that has that many floors empty?
You know what? Not with that attitude. It sure would be worth doing a little bit of looking and trying to figure out if quite possibly we could.
I've been to a nurse's camping party.
Holy shit. I think I've got a cut. Yeah. And if you get an injury, you're already there. So if you remember the sex injury we talked about last week, if you break your penis, you're surrounded by people that can help you. Oh, I'm telling you what, this would be the greatest thing ever. God, now I want to try to figure this out.
Oh, geez.
Well, here's what we need. Okay, anybody who wants to be investors, there we go. If you want to invest your money, let's get investors who will buy a hotel. No, we'll buy a hospital. We get a bunch of people together and invest in a hospital. Yeah, there you go. Some like a smaller community one. It's like just like 4 floors. That'd be perfect, man. We gotta have ambulances rolling in there, the lights and shit. Think about this for a minute. Think about the kind of party you could have. You could have like oxygen going to help people. So you get too drunk, you have oxygen that will help sober you up. Stuff you have and we'll have people trained professionals and know how to run the equipment. X-ray tables. You want to tell me there are some of the things positions you could be put on in some of those beds that fold in 75 different positions and the little squeezy things. I'm in. There you go.
You're a goof.
I'm in. Just saying.
Things that go through that head of yours, I don't know.
It's good.
Sometimes it concerns me.
So what are you saying? We need it. That means, you know what?
Oh, what?
The psych floor. There we go. Because everybody loves a fucking straitjacket. Halloween party out on the psych floor. I'm in. Oh my God. Okay, we need to go. We need to get the fuck off the air right now. So again.
Wow.
All right. So hey, real quick, want to take and thank again our sponsors. If you need some slide in your glide. Don't forget our good friends at Spunk Lube, www.spunklube.com. Make sure you put Kasbh in the coupon code to get your 10% discount. And also, January 19th, come join us at Krazy Winter Nights, Hotel Formal, Hotel Takeover. It's going to be booze, party, fun, nakedness.
It's black tie optional.
Black tie optional. We're going to have a live band. We're going to have a DJ. Both. We're going to have gift bags. You name it, we got it. So make sure you're there as well. Speed meet and greet. All right, and hey, if you like what you're hearing, don't forget to give us a follow. You can support us at www.patreon.com/CrazyKasbh. You can follow us on Instagram, and that would be Krazy-Kasbh. You can follow us on Twitter. We love your tweets. That would be @TruthCrazy. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Krazy Truth. As well. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't sound right all of a sudden.
You're doing good. You're actually remembering this stuff. That's impressive.
Yeah, and also you check out our YouTube channel so you can see all of our videos. That would be www.youtube.com/C/Kasbh with a capital K. And you can send us mail, hate mail, love mail, all kinds of mail, dirty pictures. We're in for that. You can send us that, what? Yeah, or questions even, if you want to hear some other shit. You can send that to us at Krazy, Krazy.Kasbh, Kasbh, @gmail.com. Hey, and don't forget, we got brand new swag and merch. Everybody needs some of this stuff, which it's pretty damn cool, some shirts and whatnot, which is at teespring.com/store/Krazy_Kasbh. Nope, Krazy_truth. What the fuck is it? Oh, Krazy/dash. Krazy
hyphen.
You know what? Why don't we record these and just plug it in so I don't have to keep saying these all the time? Fucking A. So buy some of our swag, because I obviously need it for speech lessons. Anyways, doing it the only way we know how. It seems like I'm forgetting something else. I don't know. Am I?
Probably are.
Yeah, nobody cares anymore. Okay. Doing it the only way I know how and the only way I want to. Kasbh style. Out.
Bye.